Hey guys, and welcome back to the Geeks the Multiverse podcast. I'm Brandon, and as always, I'm joined by Will.
Hello there.
This episode will be a bit of a weird one. It's going to be a bit of a mashup of November 2025 recap and some of the early December news, because, as you can tell, we are late to recording it. But join us as we talk about DC Studios announces 2 new TV shows, Scarlett Johansson joining the Batman Part 2, Fuck AI Part 3. Yes, this is a segment now that we are having to jump back into every month because the world is fucked. Then we'll be going on to some quickfire news. Bang, 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 bang. Trailer time, big time trailer time, and finishing up with the big news that I'm sure you're all itching for us to see us talk about. Netflix. They are trying to buy Warner Brothers Discovery for $72 billion. But we'll get onto that a little bit later on. Also, please bear with if my my audio is a bit jumpy. It's a little bit touch and go at the minute. But without further ado, let's get into it. Right, so DC Studios announces 2 new TV shows, V for Vendetta and a Jimmy Olsen show. Thoughts, feelings?
It's okay. We kind of knew about the Jimmy Olsen show already, didn't we? Like that's been a
Yeah,
rumor for a while. But the V for Vendetta stuff is like really out of nowhere.
yeah, that one took me by surprise a little bit.
Like, is it gonna be DCU? Does it even make sense to be DCU? Like, it doesn't.
Well, in the comics, typically V for Vendetta is not in the mainline
Yeah, it's
universe.
like it's very much its own thing.
Yeah. Um, what is funny though is like just a couple of years ago, the Pennyworth Origins of Batman's Butler TV show did touch on some V for Vendetta stuff and was maybe a part of that universe. I don't really know because it was also a prequel to Gotham, so fuck knows. Um, Honestly, I'm not going to pretend to know the most about V for Vendetta. I've not read the book. But it's an Alan Moore joint, isn't it?
Yeah, so I'm sure he's absolutely thrilled to hear this
I'm sure
news.
he's so happy. um, does he? I feel like was it V for Vendetta is like the one adaptation he was happy with. I think there's one, isn't there? Um, I'm gonna Google it. Um, but
Uh,
it's just such a strange choice to greenlight a TV show for this. Um, oh no, Alan Moore has expressed strong dissatisfaction with the 2006 film. Yeah, fair enough.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. I don't know what I thought I was doing there. Of course, he hated it. Um, so yeah, I'm sure he'll hate this too. Who knows? Um, but yeah, I'm not going to pretend to know the most about V for Vendetta. I guess we'll find out as we get closer to it. We're going to find out some more details, casting rumors, production details. I don't know who's behind it. But the Jimmy Olsen show, that one's a bit of an interesting one because, like you said, we've known for quite a while about it, rumor wise, but now it's confirmed. But it was a bit of a rocky start with the confirmation, if you remember, because it was like people were saying it was going under the name of DC Crime, and
Yeah.
then John very quickly debunked that and was like, "Nope, this is not true." And people were like, "What's not true? The name or the show?" And he was like, "The name." So the show is happening, but we've not heard the big man himself confirm it necessarily. Like he hasn't done a big post being like, "Can't wait to see Scarlett Gazondo and whatever." Um, so that's an interesting one. The rumor was originally, and obviously I don't know what to believe now because there was the whole fake name thing, but the original rumor was that it was going to be following the Daily Planet crew and predominantly Jimmy Olsen going through and looking, solving sort of mysteries of the DC universe, and the big sort of main villain type character of season 1 at least was going to be Gorilla Grodd, which obviously we saw him very, very, very briefly in Creature Commandos. So there's obviously plans for him, because else that would be a very rogue inclusion in Creature Commandos. What those plans are, I don't know. If they involve the Flash, I don't know. I sure hope so. Um, but yeah, I'm really jonesing for this Jimmy Olsen show.
As long as they don't try and make it too important, if you get what I mean. They need
Yes,
to
I
keep
know
it
what
a
you mean.
fun little like show. They don't need to be having Darkseid, even though you know how how Darkseid shows up in the comics for the first
Yeah.
time. But I don't think they need like Darkseid to show up because it needs to stay like a funny little sideshow that isn't too serious about itself, rather than like, oh fuck, Darkseid's here. Oh shit, I know
Mm.
that guy, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like, oh, what's Jimmy Olsen up to this week on episodes of whatever? Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, little fun little adventures with this goofy little guy who gets up to the weirdest shit in the comics. I agree. The rumor has it that the entire Daily Planet crew is expected to return, which is great because so many of them, especially Ron Troop, barely said or did anything in Superman,
Yeah,
and I would have loved to have seen a little bit more of that. The disappointing part, which obviously I kind of expected, was that David Corenswet and Rachel Brosnahan are not expected to return. Um, a bit odd considering they both work there, but you could do some like they're on vacation. You could set it during a time where they're both doing something. Like you could set it during Man of Tomorrow. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I would have loved to have. I hope we at least see them in like episode 1 and the finale or something like where they're like, you know, they're like, okay, well, we'll see you later, Jimmy. We're going on a vacation, and then they come back at the very end. They're like, so what did we miss? And he's like, fucking
yeah.
gorilla invasion. Where were you? um, so yeah, I'm looking forward to this show. No rumors as to when it could be releasing. I don't think was it. I don't. I fucking know, the news was so long ago, but I feel like it's probably coming out like 2027 would be my guess. Uh, I can't find anything on it,
No, I
but
don't think there's that much out about it. I was having a look, but I couldn't find much.
yeah. But I'm looking forward to this.
Just that it's a thing.
Yeah. Speaking of a thing that has been in a very a long development, the Batman Part 2 is finally moving forward. Actually, something I forgot to put in our notes is that we've got a new cinematographer for the movie. I can't believe I forgot that crucial bit of news. Could you quickly find out his name? Because I can't pronounce it off the bat because I can't
uh,
remember what it is and what he's done.
he did
All I know is it's not Greg Fraser.
Eric Messerschmidt. He did the Killer and Mindhunter.
That's right. Yes. Um, yeah. If you look at like his kind of vibe, it's very the Batman. It's not Greg Fraser, but obviously he's not Greg Fraser. So and he will probably not be trying to copy his style, but obviously there'll be an influence there, having watched the Batman Part 1, and therefore he will want to try and emulate the same feel of Gotham. But obviously, this is a new film. He's got a colder palette, I feel, which works for the Christmas winter setting. Um, but yeah, he's a great pick. It's a shame that Greg Fraser can't return because he's doing 4 Beatles biopics back to back for some reason. Um, so yeah, it's an unfortunate what would you call it? Like an unfortunate coincidence, not coincidence, side
Circumstance.
effect.
Oh,
So yeah, it's unfortunate side effect of the this film taking a long time to come to fruition. But yeah, great pick. He also did you see the Batman Arkham Shadow VR
I did
sort of
see that.
promo
I
he
saw.
did?
Well, yeah, after like this news already came out.
Mm. Yeah. So I mean, I've seen The Killer. Um and I really enjoyed the visuals in that. It's got a very sort of um I don't know, it fits the vibe of the Batman quite well. And
Yeah,
obviously, like I said,
the trailer.
the Arkham Shadow trailer is pretty cool. I love that shot. It's very similar to that of like the Batman Part 1, where it's like, you know, the shot where like it's an alleyway and his
It's like shadow comes out.
silhouette.
A silhouette, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, fucking awesome. But onto the news we actually wrote down. Scarlett Johansson could be joining the Batman Part 2. This news comes to us via Deadline, so a very reliable source. And Jeff Snyder adds that she is playing a love interest that later turns out to be a villain, which has got a lot of people speculating. He says apparently it's not Poison Ivy, for those who are thinking that. But I think the general consensus is that she could be playing the Phantasm, which could be very, very exciting. Especially if you couple that with what Matt Reeves said quite recently about like how it's a villain that we've not really seen done before. Like we've seen them before, but we've not really seen them properly before, and it's not been done in this way and whatever. Like,
He's gonna combine Hush and the Phantasm together. I'm putting my chips on it now.
you know what? I would not be surprised. That's a pretty good call. I would not be surprised
I
if
just had that
you
thought.
cash out on that one.
Yeah, I just had that thought as you were saying that, and I was like, I was remembering a lot of rumors about Hush being the villain, and
Mm.
I just thought like they're just gonna like mesh them together.
Yeah, because like also like a lot of I mean, so far the Batman universe's Rose Gallery, they don't really have names. The Batman is the only one that he's really named. Like you don't see like Paul Dano going like, "I'm the Riddler, I'm Riddlin,"
I'm riddling.
or whatever. You know, like it'd be entirely plausible to do a very simple mashup of Hush and Phantasm, both characters with from Bruce's past with, you know, parents who have ties to high societies and all this sort of stuff. It's, you know, and I'd imagine they could probably use that to tie in a lot of Court of Owls stuff as well. It seems like they're sort of touching on that. It could very well be that, you know, there is some, you know, Bruce discovers some stuff about the Court of Owls when looking into, um, you know, the murder of Andrea Beaumont's father or something. I don't know. It could be something like that where Bruce maybe has to, you know, we see Bruce maybe forcing himself like he did with the funeral in part 1, having to get out there and face the public, and we start to see not like the Christian Bale sort of playboy pisshead sort of vibe, but we could start to see Bruce come out of his shell and or at least as an act anyway, you know, try and play that rich high society character to get in with these people, to find some stuff out. So yeah, I would be very down for that. Mask of the Phantasm is one of the greatest Batman stories ever told. It's one of my favorite Batman movies. It's brilliant. So if that gets, I mean, obviously, it will be a loose adaptation, I'd imagine. But if that gets any sort of live action adaptation with Robert Pattinson, that would be, mwah, chef's kiss. Have you ever seen it?
Of course, I've seen it.
Yeah, good man, good man, good man.
I just don't
Um,
see how this version of Bruce Wayne has like. I don't imagine him ever having a girlfriend. Actually, I don't see it.
yeah,
I
it
don't
could be
think
a
it.
childhood friend situation.
Yeah, like yeah, maybe. Like I
Yeah.
said, maybe that's what they're doing with the Hush stuff. Like I said
Because I can
before.
see if she is going to be from his past, then it'll be a childhood friend thing. If not, they could just have them meet for the first time at like a swanky party or something. Because I, like you said, I really don't see this Bruce even entertaining the idea of a love interest at all in his past. I really
Yeah.
don't.
Well, the thing is, the Hush thing. They already had his thingy Elliot thingy his dad
Mm,
and like mentioned
Thomas
in
Elliot.
yeah they already had him mentioned in the first one, so maybe
Yeah,
she's gonna they're gonna change Andrea Elliot, I don't know, change her
yeah.
name and
Who
fuck around
knows,
with
man?
it.
I could also maybe see them pulling stuff to do with like something in there to do with the Arkhams, and I don't know. There's a lot that Matt Reeves is clearly setting up that he wants to play with the Elliots, the Arkhams, the
There
Waynes.
was a rumor that the villain of this film is Dr. Arkham, which is the most random choice I've ever heard.
Yes, I saw that. I saw that. Yeah,
It just does. It's
yeah.
just. So random.
To be fair though, this does get my brain juices flowing a little bit. Like it's getting me excited and it's getting me thinking of potential scenes and ideas and stuff like that that I would love to see in this film, and it's getting me excited. It's been a long wait, and it's going to be an even longer wait because we've still got a few years to go yet. But I'm very excited. On this though, I will say just before we wrap up, Emma Stone was reportedly eyed for the role, and she turned it down apparently after requesting her full fee. Scarlett Johansson would be taking less money up front and receiving back end points being on the success of the sequel. So interesting. I mean, Emma Stone is. I love ScarJo, but Emma Stone and Robert Pattinson would be a delightful pairing. I would love to see that. I
I'm a
don't know.
bit disappointed, I'll be honest. Because I thought,
What?
like, the first film,
Mm,
although, like, everyone is a really good actor in that film, a lot of the names were a lot more, like, out there castings. And
mm.
this just feels like status quo, kind of.
Okay, yeah, I kind of get what you mean. Yeah,
I don't like
like
how,
you meant
like,
like they felt like unconventional choices, and
yeah,
this feels like
like,
a pretty safe
who would have
pick
gone,
for
yes,
Hollywood
we're going
these
to
days.
have Robert Pattinson as Batman. And now that with this, if this is real, and it probably is because a lot of the big people are talking about it. Yeah, it doesn't feel like the same sort of casting as the first one, where it was a lot different and a lot weirder.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of see what you mean. Yeah,
Like they've
kind of
just
takes
got
me back a little
like
bit to um those early casting rumors that didn't quite come to fruition, like Jonah Hill and stuff like that. Do you remember
oh
those
yeah,
days?
yeah,
Yeah, people were saying he was going to be the Penguin, and
yeah. It does
yeah,
feel a bit more like that. Yeah, I don't like it so much. I'm not saying that she's a bad actor or anything, but I don't know. I feel like she's a bit. It sounds like gatekeepy, but like she's too like mainstream to be in this. I'd rather they pick
I
someone
kind of
like
know what you mean.
I'd rather they
It's
pick someone more like unknown or like that could elevate their career more than Scarlett Johansson, who's in fucking everything.
me.
In. Yeah, yes, you can be.
I'll be Andrea Beaumont. Bruce, it's been 5 years. Remember when we did the big kisses? Um, but yeah, no, I definitely know what you mean. Like the first film had you could see the characters more than you could see the movie stars. Whereas I feel
Yes,
like Scarlett Johansson is Scarlett Johansson, and
she's been
despite
in
she's a
everything.
great actress, like great actress, but and I'm sure she'll turn in a fantastic performance that I'll get lost in, and I'll only see the character. But it's one of those where it's like I do get what you're saying. Yeah,
She's been in
yeah.
everything. Like she's been in every big franchise now. Like,
Would you have preferred Emma Stone?
uh, yeah,
Hmm.
but I still don't think that that's like what I'd envision the casting kind of to be. I don't have like a specific person that I'd think, yes, but someone who's
Yeah.
not been there, done that already.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I get what you mean. I do. I see what you mean. Yeah. Yeah.
I like the unconventional choices of the first one, and this is
I think
like against that.
with the thing was with Emma Stone is that she's like Robert Pattinson in the sense that she's done your big franchise stuff. Like Robert Pattinson is a huge star, and so is so are the other cast members of that movie. But like he's also a kind of guy who does like a lot of weird underground
Yeah,
independent stuff as well. And I feel like Emma Stone's in that sort of bracket where she's like a big star, but she does your weird stuff as well. I don't know if I've seen ScarJo do a lot of weird, independent, smaller art house kind of stuff. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not looking in the right places. Was Marriage Story that kind of vibe? Not really.
a
Maybe
little bit. I
a little
think
bit.
a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, she's great. I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, there's just these updates on the Batman Part Two are really getting my creative juices flowing, and I'm really getting quite excited about what this film could end up being. Um, and obviously ScarJo on the back end getting some money if Netflix releases it longer than a week. Now, time for our next segment. Fuck AI Part 3. This is having to turn into a monthly segment. We've already got stuff lined up for the December podcast that has come out this month. Some Christmas ads. I think you know what we're talking about. But for now, this is some November fuck AI stuff. Matthew McConaughey and Michael Caine, two incredible actors, have teamed up with an AI studio audio company, 11 Labs, to produce AI replications of their famous voices. To everyone building with, I'm not going to do the voice. I was going to do the voice. I'm not going to do the voice.
You're not gonna.
To
All
everyone
right.
building, all right. To everyone building, to everyone building with voice technology, keep going. You're helping to create a future where we can look up from our screen and connect through something as timeless as humanity itself, our voices, says McConaughey. What? What do you mean? You can't put connect with humanity in the same sentence as fucking I'm joining an AI slop fucking audio company. Like, that's a complete contradiction. It makes no sense to me. Obviously, it makes sense because Master Bruce, it was the biggest paycheck I've ever seen. But I mean, it's just sad. It just makes me sad. Like, I don't know. Could you imagine, like, the year is 2035 and you sit down to read an audiobook and it's, voiced by Michael Caine, who's been dead for 3 years. I hope he doesn't die, by the way, in the next couple of years, but do you know what I mean? Like, let's push the time frame back a little bit. The year is 2070, and it's Michael Caine, who's been dead for fucking 30 years, and he's reading you a bedtime story, and it's like, what is happening right now? We've got enough content out of Michael Caine throughout his long, illustrious career. We don't need to mine him for the rest of eternity. And what these actors also don't realize is that this then puts these guys, when they're dead, in God knows how many years, in competition with actors, young actors who are trying to make it in the industry in the year, I don't know, 2099 or whatever. All of a sudden, they're having to compete with a 150-year-old Michael Caine AI voice for work. And I don't know, it's baffling to me. I don't know. I mean, how McConaughey can say, look up from our screens and connect through something as timeless as humanity ourselves
That's
when
just absolute
about this.
yapping.
Yeah,
That's yapping to the max.
it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy to me. Like, I don't know. Just get someone to do a voice.
Yeah.
If you want a Michael Caine type, get someone to do a voice. You don't need to. I don't know. It just. Ugh.
Get the guy that did
Ugh.
the Tangerine Alfred thing. Master Bruce.
Exactly. I'm Tangerine Alfred. So yeah, that's our first bit of AI news. It just makes me a bit sad. Next up, Bob Iger says that Disney Plus will soon have AI generated short form content from users. From users, not for users, from users. As in, people will be able to make their own crap.
They say people will be able to make it. No, they can type in what they want. They're not making
Very true.
shit. They're not making
Very
shit.
true. Very, very true. What I mean is like I don't understand. I don't get it. I mean, I should have looked into this a bit further, but I don't think there's much more he said on it. But like this, so you'll be able to go on Disney Plus and then say, I want to see Mickey Mouse fucking a tangerine with
What?
Goofy's nose, and it's
What?
like, and what I don't. Well, do you know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? What's like people just get to make their own crap. I don't get it. Like, you've got a streaming platform that you want people to watch your content. Why are you letting them make their own AI slop on the content that you're putting on the platform you're putting your content onto in the hopes that people watch it?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it doesn't seem even like taking the stupidity of AI out of it. It doesn't seem like a good business model. You know, if people want to watch Mickey Mouse, let them watch one of the many, many, many shorts and TV shows and movies you have on your platform. Don't like I don't understand what his thinking behind this is, and maybe I'm misunderstanding, but this is what I'm gathering from it, and I don't get it. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. Am I? Am I being stupid?
No, it's absolutely stupid. It's
Yeah,
stupid. You're not stupid. It's stupid.
it is stupid. It's bloody stupid. Um, yeah, crazy, insanity. I just yeah, baffling, absolutely baffling. But onto some not good AI news, but like people rebuking it in the industry. Morgan Freeman is taking legal action over AI clones of his voice. I'm a little pissed off, he says. Don't mimic me with falseness. I don't appreciate it, and I get paid. And I get paid for doing stuff like that. So if you're gonna do it without me, you're robbing me. Which I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
fair enough. I back it. Yeah, he's completely well within his rights to be like, yeah, don't do that. And I mean, also, isn't this what we just? I mean, I say we. Isn't this just what actors spent God knows how long striking against?
Yeah, that didn't seem to amount to much, did it? Because it's
No, it didn't. Halted the industry for months, and
just
what's come
nothing.
of it?
Nothing happened.
Yeah,
They did absolutely nothing.
absolutely nothing. I mean, at least DC Comics, in our final bit of AI news, the DC Comics president announces that they will not use AI generated art in their comics, which is good. Um, that being said, how do you then monitor that? Because I mean, I'm not saying by I'm I'm sure he would never do this, but you got like Jorge Jimenez who's going to be doing like who's who's drawing the next Batman comic from home. Like, how do you then filter what he's doing? Because although the AI content might not be directly in the book, you can still fabricate an image that can be used to trace or for inspiration or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, how do you make sure that that doesn't happen within the company? And I've just used
Yeah,
Jorge
like
Jimenez as a random name, but Joe Blogs, you know what I mean? How do you then filter that? How do you make sure that doesn't happen?
how like some random art intern on the Twitter account or something.
Or even that, yeah, yeah. Like, I don't know. I mean, I think for me, I mean, comics. It's certain certain artists out there. It's no secret that they use tracing from like actual images online. Um, but how do you then like yeah how do you then filter whether people are using AI
I mean,
as at least inspiration or as tracing or whatever, you know what I mean?
there are like markers you can tell for if they're using it, like if they're generating an image. There is ways to tell, but obviously, if they're like generating it and then just sketching it or like tracing over it, that just I don't think you can tell.
Yeah, like, oh, I want to know what I can't quite imagine, or I can't be bothered to imagine what the position of Spider-Man would be in this certain crouch. So I'm going to AI generate it, and then I'll look at it and go, okay, cool, that's what it is. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, yeah.
hmm
It's for me. It's good. That's a tricky one, but at least they're taking a stand against it, which I can respect, which is excellent. Um,
Until
but yeah,
Netflix buys them and they just get Grok to make comics.
Ugh, Grok. Grok! Right. Do you know what I think about Grok? Bang, 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 bang.
Ah!
Quickfire news. Right. So, Brainiac is confirmed to be the villain for Man of Tomorrow. Well, I say confirmed, heavily rumored to be the villain for Man of Tomorrow, with a few people on the frontrunner list, with Matt Smith rumored to be the frontrunner, the main guy that they are looking to get. This makes sense, right? He looks like a Brainiac type.
Yeah, I think it's the eyes. He looks
Yeah.
quite like robotic. Sounds mean, but that's
No, I know what you mean. I think he's good at playing that as well.
yeah. I'm pretty sure he played someone like that in like one of the Terminator films. Maybe I'm wrong. He did.
He did, yes, I think he
He's in
did,
one of
yeah.
them.
Yeah, I can't remember, it wasn't Genesis, was it? It was
No, I
was it
was
the
that one. It was that one.
it was that one, yeah. Yeah, he did. He can do it quite well. I think he'd be a great pick for Brainiac. He'd be the on paper perfect choice, I would say. Personally, I'm still rooting for Dave Bautista because I think this is the kind of role that would really stretch him. And he's slimmed down, which is great, but he's still got a size to him where it's like he can play the intellect like we've seen in Knock at the Cabin, but he can also do like he can also obviously do the physicality of it, and therefore he could be more of a threat towards both Lex and Superman
Yeah.
if that's the direction they're going in. But yeah, Matt Smith, I'd be very very happy with. Next up, Daniel Kaluuya confirms he is developing a Spider-Punk animated film. He says those Spider-Verse films, they speak to me. I think the filmmakers and the animators are some of the best storytellers in the game. This has been long rumored, and hell yeah, I'm so excited. I mean, have you seen that second Spider-Verse film yet?
Yes.
Have you? Nice. Um, I mean, then you'll know Spider-Punk. You know, he's got a certain visual style that I think could be really fucking cool for his own solo project. And I mean, we'll get onto this with our next bit of quickfire news, but this is what Sony should have been doing for years now: is expanding with different Spider-Men through across the multiverse instead of giving us Morbius.
Hey, you
They should
take
have
that
been giving us.
back.
Hey, I will not. I'll do it again. I liked it. And I loved it. So yeah, more Spider Punk, more Spider Noir. That's right. The city needs a hero. Hopefully, they find someone. That is the tagline for Spider Noir, a live action series starring Nicolas Cage as Ben Riley. That's right, not Peter Parker, but the name of his clone, Scarlet Spider, in the comics. Which will be arriving in 2026 in both black and white and color, which I think is pretty groovy.
Yeah, you can watch
Um,
like both, right? They're like
yeah,
separate things. That's cool.
yeah, really cool concept. Love that. So more of that, please, Sony. You know, if you're gonna do your own Spider-Man stuff, more of that. Next up, Avengers Doomsday will reportedly act as a direct sequel to Avengers Endgame. The Russo brothers really went, nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. Um, Yeah, I think this makes sense with the addition of RDJ. I mean, the cogs have been turning in my head, and there was something they said a long, long time ago that I can't quite remember the specifics of, but they were like, "There's a reason that he's played by RDJ in this, and Iron Man's sacrifice will have a bearing on the film." For me, this screams of you use the Infinity Stones, you snapped your fingers, something on a cosmic level shifted in the multiverse, and I don't know whether they're gonna do it. It's like he was reborn into in Latveria in another universe or whatever, or he was transported there with no memories or what. I don't know what happened, but I think they're gonna play with something of like, no, you're actually on a genetic level, Tony Stark, and whatever. I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do with it, but I feel like this is gonna have quite a hefty bearing on Doom being played by RDJ in the film. Um, which is an interesting take, I would say.
Yeah.
Um,
That sounds
just
so fucking stupid, man.
the lack of enthusiasm.
That sounds so
It's
fucking
crazy.
stupid. Holy shit.
I mean, yeah, I can't. I'm sure it'll. I mean, maybe it'll be good. I hope it's good, but I can't. It's
I'm
an
sure
interesting
to
choice.
maybe. That was quite the turnaround there.
I really hope it's good.
There's a slim chance it's gonna be good.
If there's even a 1% chance.
You have to.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I hope I hope it's good. I really hope it's good. I mean, this is the perfect news for you, right? Someone who tapped out of the MCU more or less after
Absolutely not,
Endgame
bro. That
anyway.
sounds absolutely dumb. That sounds
That's
so
good.
dumb.
But it being a direct sequel, it's perfect for you. You haven't seen a
It's
fucking MCU
perfect for
film in like 5
idiots. That's
years.
what it's perfect for.
It's perfect for the people that they have a lack of faith in that they've seen the last
It's the
God knows how many
this.
films.
Yeah, but that doesn't. It doesn't even. That doesn't even feel like. It doesn't like a good creative decision to like It just sounds like they're just trying to get like people back.
It sounds
Yay,
it does.
you remember
And it
this
also
thing
feels
from
like
a few years ago? Hey.
yeah, well, I
Ding,
mean, they're
ding, ding,
doing
ding,
a
ding.
re-release, aren't they? Like a
Yeah.
few months before Doomsday, they're doing an Endgame re-release.
I'm gonna add some like shit post-credit scene at the end where he like wakes up, he's like, I must cause some doom now. And then it
See,
ends.
this is what I was thinking. I think they are going to add a post-credit scene because Endgame didn't have one.
No, it ended with like the ding ding, like the
Yeah, yeah, Jesse Eisenberg going ring ding ding ding.
ding ding ding. Yeah, that's how
Oh
it
right, sorry,
ended.
that was a different cinematic universe. Yeah, so I can absolutely see them doing that. But apparently the Russo brothers are set to oversee the next MCU saga. I mean, take this news with a grain of salt, but wow. I mean, it does scream of desperation for Marvel. It really does. It really does. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Russos have only done good at Marvel, like, and I don't mean that by like they've only done good stuff at Marvel. I mean like, which is also true. But I mean like they've done good stuff at Marvel. Like uh, they are to be trusted at least so far with the MCU. Um, unless Doomsday and Secret Wars come out and they are really poorly received, in which case goodbye. Um, Yeah, I mean, I have faith in them thus far. And to wrap up quickfire news, bang, 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 bang. The Mummy 4 is in the works, and Brendan Fraser calls it the one I wanted to make but never did. Now, I asked you before we recorded this, have you ever seen a Mummy film? And you said no, and I was like, I don't care, I'm going to talk about it anyway because I love the Mummy. Um, I'm very excited for this. I got a big old grin on my face right now. I love the Mummy films. The Brendan Fraser ones, not the Tom Cruise one. I haven't even bothered watching that. Um, they've got a real charm to them, and I really hope this is good because I mean Rachel Weisz is back as well, which is great because she wasn't in the third one. But I'm looking forward to this one. I mean, Brendan Fraser's been getting back into Hollywood more, and he's obviously been getting in better shape and potentially, I see a little hair transplant in there as well. So he's getting more in. None of this is to say that he looked bad before, but obviously he's looking more in Rick O'Connell guys again, which is good. Um, all I ask from the universe at this very moment in time is that considering their son in the film franchise is no longer an actor, get David Corenswet in to play their son. He's a fucking shoe-in for it. David Corenswet and Brendan Fraser might well be blood related for all I know because they have a similar look to them. They have a similar vibe, and I think David's got a real charm that could fit the Mummy franchise very well. So yeah, bit of a boring news segment for Will, but I'm very very excited. But let's move on to something that Will does know about because it was only the other week that I watched the Mario movie. I showed Will the Mario movie for the first time, and then we watched the Mario Galaxy trailer afterwards. Big time trailer time, Will. Big time trailer time. It's our new segment. Big time trailer time. Um, that's the that's the uh, that- that's the intro music for it.
I see.
Um, Super Mario Galaxy movie, rather. It looks to be pulling from Galaxy, Galaxy 2, Odyssey, and then maybe a bit of Sunshine in there as well, because Bowser Jr. has got that like paintbrush thing. Um, and also maybe like a bit of Mario Wonder in there as well, because he's got that like Wonder Seed look about him when he's like covered in goop.
It's also got the pyramid from Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, so it's like a lot very similar to the first movie. It seems to be pulling from a lot of different games, which is wild because I think Galaxy is a pretty straightforward story, but obviously they're recontextualizing it and obviously they're recontextualizing this entire franchise really because like it's no longer like Princess Peach is in trouble and Mario has to go save her and Bowser's turned himself into a big cloud and it's like it's good. I enjoyed the first one. We got Rosalina in this one, which is cool. voiced by Brie Larson, which I'm very happy about because she's a huge, huge Mario, Nintendo, Rosalina fan. So it's good to have people on board that actually give a fuck. And then also, crazily enough, Benny Safdie is playing Bowser Jr. Wild, wild pick. um, but he sounds great. He sounded like Jack Black when like from like the one line we heard him speak. I was like, have they just used Jack Black again and tweaked his voice? Um, so yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I've been thinking about this a lot lately, and obviously it depends on how this film ends and also how successful it is. But what is the next movie if they're pulling like Odyssey and Galaxy and all that sort of stuff into one with this one? Where do they go next with this? Let's call it a trilogy.
Um, Mario Tennis.
Mm.
Yeah,
Woo!
it's a sports movie.
That could actually go hard. Um, maybe Mario Sunshine, I guess. You could and then pull aspects from other games to
I don't
pad
know.
that out a bit.
It feels like they've jumped. They've jumped it a bit, haven't they? They've gone straight
Right,
from
this
like
is
he just got there,
yeah.
now he's going to space.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. I thought they would have gone with like Mario World next or something, or
Yeah,
at the very most Sunshine, and then you take him to space. But yeah, it feels like they've jumped the gun a little bit.
I
But
think they'll do Odyssey next, like proper. Like
do you think is that not
it'll be like a
just?
mix of like
Mm,
Odyssey and like I don't even know because that was the last one. That was like 10 years ago.
yeah, and then but then also like they did like the whole marriage thing in the
Yeah,
last one as well, and that was very Odyssey.
I think
Yeah, I don't
that
know.
yeah.
It feels it's strange. It kind of feels like they're not ruining it for themselves because you can also still tell original stories as well. But like, I don't know. It just feels like they're jumping the gun and pulling so much into like one thing that it's like, where do we go next? Um,
Do you know who also is struggling to tell original stories?
who's that?
The Mouse House
Oh,
and
very true.
Pixar.
Mm.
I yeah, definitely a film coming out. It's Toy Story 5. Definitely a film.
Toy Story 5, yet another Toy Story
Toy Story
with
6.
yeah. Is it 6? Is it I think it's not 5.
Ah, there's Toy Story 7.
Oh god. No. They're having to face like Terminators.
Yeah.
They're having to fight with John Connor and
They're in the
in
actual
the
Matrix
future.
now.
Oh god. Yeah, so this movie apparently is um focused on how nobody really plays with toys anymore and how technology has changed everybody's lives. But we're asking what that means for us and our kids. And we can't just get away with making tech the villain, which is an interesting approach because obviously I think a lesser movie would do that. But they're obviously going, look, it's not the villain, but like, what does this mean for our world? Um, and Toy Story's always, you know, dived into heavier themes through these characters. Um, but yeah, I mean, look, if it's good, then great. Because I really did not like that last one, and I think it would leave a very sour taste in my mouth if that was the last we saw of these characters. But this is like this is like the second revival we've had now, because like 3 was meant to be like 3 you had that ending and you had that closure. And then you started a new adventure with Bonnie, which is like, okay, this is acceptable, but then Woody left, so like again you got another sense of closure there. And now we're reopening the wound again, and it's like, okay, sure, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I love Toy Story. That was like that was my shit as a kid. I fucking love Toy Story. Um, but yeah, I think at some point you got to know when enough is enough. That's my stance on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'll watch it. I'll happily watch it. You know, an army of Buzz Lightyears going against a lily pad tech thing. Sure, whatever. But yeah, I'll be there. But at some point, you gotta say goodbye for good. As sad as it can be. Um, Speaking of saying goodbye, let's say goodbye to theatrical releases from Warner Brothers because Netflix is trying to buy Warner Bros. Discovery for $72 billion. Now, the details on this acquisition, they claim that they will continue theatrical releases for films. Netflix will keep HBO Max around, while also periodically adding WB/HBO content to Netflix. The deal will apparently not close until Q3 of 2026 after Warner Brothers has split its networks into a separate company. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is the end times. We are living in the dark times right now, Will.
Indeed, we are. So they did say that they were going to keep doing theatrical releases, right? But then they were like, for now, or like, we will adjust it.
Yeah, so Ted Sarandos, and I don't have the exact quote here, I couldn't find it,
Is it?
but he said something.
Is
Oh,
it when
have
he
you
was
got it?
like he said it was like anti-consumer that films have a long release into cinemas, and I'm
Yeah,
like, that's like the complete
that's the one.
opposite. That doesn't make any
That's the one.
sense.
Makes no sense. You're just a money grabbing idiot. Like, would you mean that make Look, the thing is, right, people don't go to the cinema to see Wake Up Dead Man or Frankenstein or whatever else you're giving a week long, 2 week max fucking release in cinemas because they go, oh, well, it's out next week on Netflix. So
Yeah,
I'll just wait and save my money and watch it from home. But if people, like the old days, like how we grew up, will have to wait 3 months for it to hit streaming,
or DVD.
then the or DVD. Yeah, it was normally like 3 months for like DVD, and then it would come to like like back. Well, I'm talking way back in the day. Like it would come to Sky Cinema after like 5 months. So you'd be waiting a while to watch this film again, or at all, if you didn't go see it in the cinema. That's when people get off their asses because they go, I don't want to wait 3 months minimum to see this film. You're killing cinemas by narrowing these release windows because people just thought, well, I could wait a month. Yeah,
Yeah,
sure. I'll wait a month. I'll watch it at home for free. Or not for free, but like, I'll pay, 15 quid for my entire family to see it instead of 15 quid for one ticket. Sure, I'll do that. But like, it's so frustrating.
you know
Now,
when
this is like one of those things where, oh, sorry.
everyone can just watch it on their big home cinemas that they have, and their, all the giant audio systems. They can have this amazing experience that everyone in the world has. Right, everyone wants to watch Netflix in their huge cinema rooms, and no, that doesn't happen because it's
No.
fucking stupid.
Yeah. Like,
This is-
what you want fucking people to watch Man of Tomorrow for the first time, sat on the toilet on their fucking iPhone 13.
yeah,
What? Like, it's baffling to me. Like, it is genuinely baffling, and it's so like his outlook is anti-consumer,
yeah,
like, and the Writers Guild of America is taking a huge issue with this because they're saying that Netflix and Warner Brothers merging must be blocked because the world's largest streaming company swallowing one of its biggest competitors is what antitrust laws were designed to prevent. Which is, yeah, like this is it's such a contradiction for like in a business standpoint for the world's largest streaming company to swallow one of the world's largest studios, theatrical release studios. It's it's gonna kill so many job opportunities. It's gonna kill so many cinemas and theaters. I just it's this is I mean, thing is, right, Warner Brothers being bought by anyone really was never gonna be a great outcome. I mean, the whole Warner Brothers situation anyway, because they are so in debt. It's crazy. So it's like, do you let them dwindle and die, or do you let them try and save themselves? Do you go with fucking Paramount, which is a bad choice? Do you go with Netflix, which is like also a bad choice? I mean, what do you even do here?
Just don't sell it. Like, they've
Yeah,
had this year, I know they've got, like, a lot of debt still, but this year was, like, their
billions.
most successful year in a while.
Yeah,
They had
they've
the
had
fucking
great releases.
Superman, the Minecraft movie made, like, $10 gazillion.
Sinners did really, really, really well.
But
Um,
yeah, for its, like, little release it got, yeah.
they're doing great this year, and if they keep it up, then they're gonna keep doing great. Like, I don't understand. And also, maybe release HBO Max in the UK, bitches.
It's
I'll
coming in
pay for that
March.
shit. I don't have money, but is it? Is it though, Will?
Well, probably not now, but it was coming in March.
Yeah. I mean, the good thing is, though, I mean, touching on, the great year that we've just had, that being also part of the DCU and DC Studios, Peter Safran and James Gunn say they're not letting larger corporate goings on alter their plans, and they're focusing on scripts. They say what makes us irreplaceable is truly the mind. Well, what Peter Safran says, and James Gunn didn't say this about himself, but he said what makes us irreplaceable is truly the mind of James Gunn. He's been the architect of this grand vision. Gunn puts the mission more succinctly. If you're gonna make a Batman movie, it better be fucking awesome, which is great, and I love that we're not letting things affect it, but purely from a business standpoint. And I know Netflix won't want to fuck with the DC studios too much, but this is also like this is Netflix we're talking about here, and already they're talking about the Penguin or more shows like the Penguin, for example. Ted Sarandos said that DC should make more TV projects like the Penguin. You should think about the ways that you can explore all these IP universes beyond that of just making tentpole movies. Examples would be some of the great earlier movies from the DC universe for things like Penguin has turned into great television. I agree, but also you're one of the most mistrusted companies when it comes to producing television. Yes, you put out a lot of stuff, but also you cancel a lot of stuff after one season. So what do we pick a lane, Ted? Do you want to, do you want to make stuff and do you want to keep stuff going, or do you want to renew stuff for seasons 2 and 3 and 4, or do you want to throw shit at a wall and then go, this didn't quite do it for us, and then cancel it after a season? I don't know. I just think this whole thing is bad for everybody, and obviously he's got sinister plots for himself, but even Donald Trump agrees and says that the Netflix acquisition of Warner Brothers could be a problem and will be involved with the decision on if it ends up happening. So this is big stuff. This is one of the biggest. This is probably the biggest acquisition since Disney bought Fox.
It will be the biggest. It'll be bigger than that.
Well, it will be bigger than that, yeah. But like this is the like in terms of like headlines, this is this is this is this is big stuff. This is really big stuff, and it could have a lot of big
It's gonna
implications
be absolutely
and knock-on
awful in like
effects.
10 years. I think
Yeah.
maybe at the start it won't seem so bad because they Warner Brothers still have like existing deals with cinemas for a
Mm.
few more years. But then after that, they'll probably like, yes, Batman will be in the cinema for 2 weeks, and then it's going to be on Netflix when we put the prices up by $17 a month.
Oh yeah, I mean you already know because their market share is going to skyrocket. You already know that
Well,
they're going to value their company at so much more, and they're going to bring them
I'm pretty
prices
sure as well
up.
they said they're going to keep HBO Max separate as well. So like, what is the point?
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? I think what it will be is it will be like like Hulu being on Disney Plus. It will be its own
Yeah.
subsection on the Netflix app, I think. Um,
Well, no, because I saw that they said that they were going to have some stuff on Netflix and then like to encourage people. So they're basically just running two streaming things at the same time
yeah,
and getting
which
you to
is
pay twice
strange.
for it.
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. It's like I mean that's the monopoly is insane because they are literally they're competing with themselves in a sense. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're getting you to want to pay for both of their streaming services that all filters back to them anyway. It's It's absurd. This is not good for anyone. I'm calling it right now. I mean, this is not good for anyone. This will not turn out all right. And like you say, they'll play ball at the start, and they'll be nice at the start, and they'll be like, they'll make very small decisions here and there, but they'll play very friendly. And then after like 2 years, they'll be like, right, okay, bang, this, that, this is changing, this is increasing, this is getting limited, whatever, whatever, whatever. And yeah, we're oof, I really hope this doesn't pass because we will be in the dark times.
Yeah, I don't think it should be sold to any of them.
No, I don't think so. I think a company as large as Warner Brothers and HBO that owns as many of the big IPs that they own should not be sold. If they want to divvy up assets and be like, right, Paramount, you get Harry Potter, Universal, you get this, you get what, that's a whole separate thing. But this, like, one streaming company swallowing a movie studio this big with this many IPs, oof,
Yeah, it's
oof,
bad.
it's very bad. But we'll see. I mean, obviously, we're gonna keep doing this podcast for the foreseeable future, and it will probably be something where we will have updates on it. I'm guessing every month, to be honest, because this is
Yeah,
big news,
it's
and
gonna go on for a
it could be
while as
bad
well.
juju. It will go on for a very long time, and like I say, Q3 of 2026 is when the deal is set to go through. Um, but with people saying no and protesting it, it could go on even longer, and then it could eventually lead to nothing, which is the ideal outcome. But yeah, I think that about does it for this month's podcast. I say this month and a half's podcast. We'll be back in a couple of weeks for the December wrap up. We wanted to get this podcast in before the big trailers drop, that being Supergirl and Doomsday, because we wanted some big news for the December podcast. But as of right now, that's all I've got. So thank you very much for watching. I've been Brandon,
You've been Will.
and we'll catch you in the next one.